And now, a message from the President of the United States.
Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a nice holiday and got what they wanted for Christmas. I got what I wanted, my very own someone else's Nobel Prize, which I'll cherish. And in my stocking, I got Maduro, Nicolas Maduro. We did a reverse Santa on him. We came down the chimney with a bag and took him away. Anyway, I'm here today to catch you up on all the exciting things we've been doing, and I'll be joined by my cabinet, my little cabinet of curiosities, my little freaks, various monsters and nightmares from the twisted mind of Guillermo del Trump. We've got little Marco and J.D. Vance. Yeah, you can clap for them. They're nice boys. They do what they're told. And I think Stephen Miller's in here somewhere, but he's on the ceiling. Someone brought a Bible in here, and he just sort of scampered right up the wall onto the ceiling. So maybe we'll get him down in a moment. But these guys are great. They're helping me do so many legalish things to try to get people to stop talking about Epstein, right? Oh, Marco's passing me a note here. Don't read this out loud, but maybe don't talk about that. Also, do you like me? Circle yes or no. Marco, I'm gonna need a third option. Marco's from Cuba, and Cuba is next. So, Marco, while you're here, could you say a few words to the people of Cuba?
Sí, a todos los cubanos le queremos decir que nosotros estamos ahora mismo en el proceso.
No, not in here, big guy. No, I didn't like that at all. You're driving in the wrong direction, honey. Now, let's get a few words from my vice president, J.D. Vance. Look, it's J.D., got a makeover. Look at that. He's the new and improved J.D. Look, he's got the eyeshadow looking very on fleek today, right? We're doing things from 2016. Remember 2016? Anyway, go ahead, J.D.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President. In America, here's my message to you. You know, I came here to do two things: kick bubblegum and chew ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Well said. Now, J.D., why don't you give us an update on trends in menswear, whatever the hell your job is. By the way, while you're talking, I'm just gonna sort of walk around in the background and look out windows.
Thank you, Mr. President. You know, actually, I'd like to spend some time today, talking about the new tariffs. And for those people who oppose, our mission in Greenland.
Hey, you know what? I see a cardinal and a blue jay in the same tree. Wow, you don't see that a lot. Very interesting.
Sir, are you okay?
No, I'm not. I don't think so. Thank you, J.D. Next up, I'd like to bring in a member of my cabinet who wears many hats in terms of responsibility and hat. Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem.
Thank you, Mr. President, for having me. Before we start, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my hair and makeup team who absolutely hate me. Now, obviously, there's been clashes on both sides in Minneapolis, and have we been perfect? Yes. And I know a lot of people looking at the situation in Minnesota are wondering the same thing. Can I join ICE? Well, let me ask you this. Is your neck wider than your head? Are you currently wearing a Punisher t-shirt? Have you ever punched a hole in the wall because your son took a dance class? If the answer is yes, then grab a gun, any gun, and saddle up, big boy. And just know, you can always count on me, because my last name is Noem, as in, do I have the situation under control? No, I don't.
Great job, Kristi. Wow, folks, wasn't she here? Well, now that we've heard from my Secretary of War on America, let's go ahead and bring out our Secretary of War with World. Give it up for Pete Hegseth, everybody.
Yeah, all right, cut the track. I said cut it. What's up, you chodes? Fresh pow pow. Now listen up, in case your ears are too fat to hear the news. We went into Venezuela and, como se dice, we teabagged their country? They're lucky at Manscaped. We went in, straight up stole their president. Yoink! We only had to send in a couple helicopters, all of them blaring, "Welcome to the jungle." And the Maduro regime was brought down to its knees. In fact, we've been rocking out with our C's out all over the world. We dunked on Venezuela. Next, we're gonna sack tap Iran. I'm gonna put the Ayatollah in the cuck chair. I'm gonna tell him, if I Ayatollah you once, Ayatollah you 1,000 times. You don't dare kill your protesters. That's our thing. So just remember, you F with America, we're gonna F you right back. Just like it looks like I'm effing this kettlebell. You might have seen it in a video, got passed around online in a positive way. Yeah, I'm gonna F you like I've never done it before, and I'm gonna finish way too fast.
Thanks, Seth. That was great, buddy. Even I know you're doing that wrong. Also, midterms are canceled.
You're watching C-SPAN. Thank you. We take you now to the White House Daily Briefing, where Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt is about to have a day.
Greetings, everyone. Hello. I am just so excited to be here and answer your friendly questions. As you all know, there was no news this week. Nothing happening with the president. No weird information was revealed. No one had any accusations that rhyme with edophile. So I'll open the floor to questions, starting with Caitlin Collins from CNN, who I openly hate. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I think we definitely need to start with the 20,000 Epstein emails. Why does President Trump's name appear in so many of them?
You know you suck, right?
Trump has asked the DOJ to investigate Democrats' ties to Epstein, but is anyone investigating Trump?
Look, the only thing these emails prove is that President Trump did nothing wrong. If anything, his crime was loving too much and possibly too young. Now, let's get a relevant question, Fox News.
Unnamed black guy, Fox News. Is President Trump too healthy?
Thank you. And yes, he got his 30th physical last week, and it went great. He took a cognitive test and did so well, they said, "We'd like to see you again as soon as possible." Yes, MSNBC, go ahead.
Are you not worried about the optics of Trump giving Epstein's partner in crime, Ghislaine Maxwell, a sweetheart deal?
Hey, Ghislaine Maxwell said in the sworn deposition she gave to Trump's friend that Trump always acted like a gentleman. And a little thing about me, I believe women. Now, seriously, can we please move off the topic of Epstein?
Sure. Is it true the administration secretly sent $840 million to Argentina to pay off their debts?
We shall return to Epstein.
I'm sorry, but even Trump's biggest supporters think that he should release the Epstein files. What does Trump have to hide?
I could answer that. I am hiding almost nothing, just enough to make it extremely suspicious. But let me ask you a question. If there was something incriminating about me in the files, then why would I cover them up?
Wait, isn't that exactly why you would cover them up?
Okay, let me go again. If I was innocent, wouldn't I just release all the files?
Yes. Again, I think you're agreeing with what everyone is saying.
Okay, third time's a charm. Jeffrey Epstein, I barely knew the guy, okay? As evidenced by the thousands of pictures of us together, dancing and grinding our teeth at various parties. Always leering and pointing at something just off camera. Probably a book we're excited to read.
Okay, what about the specific email where Epstein said that Trump was the dog that hasn't barked?
Okay, first of all right? I'm not a dog. I'm not a dog. I'm more of a cub or possibly an otter. Definitely not a twink. I think that's clear. Not a twink, right? Maybe twunk. You know, gays have words for everything, right? Kiki. We like to say kiki. It means talking. Second, I thought Megyn Kelly made a terrific point this week. She said Epstein's not a pedophile. Terrific thing to just say out of nowhere. Great job, Megyn. We love Megyn. They should put her back on TV. Legalize Megyn.
So you said you kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, but he said he was, quote, never a member.
Yeah, I said I kicked Jeffrey out because he was a pedophile, but then I also said I didn't know he did anything wrong. So it's kind of hard to square that circle until you realize that Trump exists across many timelines. It's the Trump multiverse theory. We just happen to be living in the worst possible one. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to release all of the Epstein files. This is great. Each file will be on sale for the low, low price of $800. Oh, she's pretty. Who's that? She's beautiful. I like that. She's nice. You know, this is a beautiful, one-of-a-kind, printed out screenshot in very low res of one of the many files mentioning President Trump. It makes a great stocking stuffer. I just ordered the one that says, does Putin have the photo of Trump blowing Bubba? We love that one. Whatever the hell that means. But I did do one very generous thing today. I pardoned a turkey, okay, who, by complete coincidence, is a convicted sex criminal. So we're going to be looking into that very shortly, I can assure you that. So, Merry Thanksgiving. We're going to be saying Merry Thanksgiving again.
You're watching a span of your life disappear, watching C-SPAN. We now go live to the White House, where Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt is 4 or 5 seconds from Wyla.
Members of the press. Thank you. Could we hold the work on the ballroom, please? I'm delighted to be here today. As some of you know, I'm about to go on maternity leave. That's when you tell President Trump about your maternity and he says, leave. But before I go, I'd like to introduce a man who just finished absolutely owning the Dems in his congressional testimony. The man, the myth, the liability, Pete Hegseth.
And yeah, this is a scotch. I said I'd have just one. Here you go. For the baby.
Okay.
All right, now listen up, dingbats, okay? As you might have seen on our sick-ass TikTok, we've been bombing stuff, doing sick air raids. This war has been a movie. Specifically, the never-ending story. We've hit Iran with everything we've got. Missiles, bombs, drones, and twins. But now we're in a ceasefire, wink, which is why I have time to come talk to you butt munches. So, all right, dumb questions, go.
Yeah, when you recited that Bible verse from Pulp Fiction about vengeance and furious anger, did you know it was fake and it wasn't really in the Bible?
Yeah! But also, I do believe that someday it will be. In Bible 2, Electric Bibaloo. Now, I'm not gonna apologize because I wear my religion on my sleeve, literally. I have a tattoo on my forearm of Jesus choking out Jimmy Kimmel. Next.
Yeah, is it true that you've already spent $25 billion in taxpayer dollars?
Is it true you suck?
I'm just trying to get an estimate of what you think the total cost of this war will be.
Huh, I don't know. I guess I could put it in terms like a theater kid like you would understand. 525,600 billion. Rough, you just got dog walked. Next.
What about reports that U.S. military facilities have been badly damaged? Exactly how many bases have been hit?
More bases than you've ever hit, virgin. And you want to see a base that's been badly damaged? Check out your mom after she's done riding Pete's dragon. In summary, war is awesome. Okay? Everyone's always asking me, when's this war gonna be over? That's like asking, when is sex gonna be over? Answer, when the man is done. Yeah, you.
But President Trump himself just declared that the war is over.
Okay, yeah, when he says it, it's cool. And to quote another thing he says, you're fired.
I don't work for you.
You know what? You're right. You're actually not working for me. Too brunette, not enough filler. And what are those B cups?
One is, yeah.
Now, look, I'd love to stay here and keep dunking on your weak asses, but someone else wants to come say hello before he's almost certainly fired. Director of the FBI, Mr. Kash Patel.
What up? What up? It's K-Dot, AKA Cash with the K, AKA the most effective FBI director this country's ever had, Kash Patel. Now, after the attempted assassination of President Trump, another one. We conducted an investigation that could not have been more thorough. We dotted every T and bulged every I. And for those of you saying I'm doing a bad job running the FBI, well, what if I told you this agency is only 6 weeks away from pinpointing the exact location of Osama bin Laden? You guys should not be reporting the lies and the gossip. You should be reporting on the historic nature of my appointment. I'm a trailblazer. I'm the first Indian person to suck at their job. Everyone says Indian people are smart, hardworking, incredibly intelligent. I've proved without a shadow of a doubt that we can be just as incapable and incompetent as the whites. Okay, questions. Yeah, you, little shorty.
Are you nervous about reports that Trump is angry with you?
Hell no. President Trump loves me. Everybody loves me. Even the Correspondents' Dinner shooter said, kill everyone but Mr. Patel. You get a shout out like that in a Psycho's manifesto, you must be doing something right.
Okay, is it true that you, the director of the FBI, was locked out of your own email account?
That's just more lies. I've always been able to log into my email except for a brief 36-hour period of time when I forgot I had changed my password to Cash Me Outside 69.
And can I ask about your drinking?
What about it?
I was actually talking to Mr. Patel.
Oh, awesome.
Let me be clear. This FBI director has never been drunk or hungover on the job. This FBI director has never filled a 40-ounce travel mug with ice-cold gin and a swirl of dry vermouth and 6 lemon peels and called it a cash-tini. This FBI director has never used taxpayer dollars to take a private jet to fly him and his girlfriend to 3 different Buffalo Wild Wings locations across the country to see if they could taste the difference. And this FBI director has definitely not stood on top of a couch at the VIP room of Tao Nightclub and Asian Bistro and shouted, "Who wants the nuclear codes? JK, I ain't got them."
You're watching C-SPAN. Hey, Netflix, we're for sale too. We now go to the Pentagon for a press conference with the Secretary of Defense.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, as you know, there have been concerns about ongoing military action off the coast of Venezuela. Here to answer all your questions in a calm, non-aggressive fashion is Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth.
Cut the music. What? First things first. Where are the fatties? You, out.
What? I'm not even fat.
Oh, really? You think you're hiding it under that blazer, Porky? Who do you write for, the Chicago Trombone? Because that's what they play when your fat ass walks around. Now listen up. As you probably read in some gay newspaper, we're now at war with Venezuela. All you nerds are like, wait, but was there an official declaration of war? Yeah, it's right here. Superfinger, Dane Cook. Now you got questions for me? Fine. Pretend I'm a random fishing boat and fire away.
Okay. Is there any truth to the allegations that after an initial strike on a drug smuggling boat, you ordered a second strike to kill the survivors?
First of all, that kind of cruel, heartless act has no place in Operation Kill Everybody. Second, I wasn't even in the room when it happened, okay? I was so jacked up after the first strike, I had to make an emergency call to my sponsor. A guy I met at an anonymous meeting. So I don't drink something that I like and I want, but I can't have, but I want it and I need it and I want it right now. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da, it's booze. Next question.
Yes, what do you say to Senator Mark Kelly, who said you act like a 12-year-old playing Army?
First of all, Kelly, that's a girl's name. What's his first name? Dress?
No, it's Mark, like I said.
Oh, get a husband.
I'm trying.
Well, to answer your question, if I was just playing Army, would there be 80 dead fishermen, narco-terrorists in Venezuela right now? Next question.
Yeah, so is 80 the official death toll?
Oh, is 80 the official? No, it's 67, 67. Idiot. Let's just say if I had a drink for every Venezuelan we've killed, I'd really like that number of drinks. All right, next. Oh my God, is that Matt Gaetz?
That's right! It's me, Matt Gaetz. I'm a reporter now. Question. You're only killing people who are trafficking drugs, right? So, hypothetically, if someone were trafficking something else, they'd be okay?
We're targeting drug smugglers exclusively.
Giggity. No further questions, Your Honor.
I have a question.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Will and Grace, go.
My name is actually William Grace. How do you respond to the allegations that the so-called war on smugglers is a smokescreen for regime change?
Oh, whoa, way to solve the mystery, Scoob! Of course that's what we're doing, and it always works. Just like it did in Guatemala, Nicaragua, Cuba, Brazil, Bolivia, Panama, Haiti, El Salvador, Chile, Honduras, Peru, Animaniacs. Now we done here? I'm actually worried I'm gonna catch dork from you nerds.
Secretary Hegseth, some people are accusing you of war crimes. Even the president has been distancing himself from you.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. I actually have a question for you. Have you ever kissed a girl? Like, I'm genuinely asking.
I have a wife.
Oh, okay, well, send her my way when she wants to actually feel something. Anyway, to answer your question, President Trump has my back 100%. You wanna know why? Because unlike you beta cucks, he's a high-energy alpha who trusts me and listens to me no matter what. Isn't that right, Mr. President?
Stop, Mom Donnie. You can freeze my rent anytime. I wasn't sleeping. I'm very much awake. Now someone quickly tell me, where am I, who am I, and what year might it be?
Good one, Mr. President. Everything you do that's weird is a joke. I was just telling everyone here that I have your full support.
Absolutely, we love Pete. He's a great guy. It was just fog of war, right? Fog of war. It's a thing you only say after doing war crime. Right? You never hear a general go, everything went according to plan in fog of war. It's like when you go into the sauna at Equinox and suddenly you're doing stuff you never did before. Fog of war. Fog of war, we love it. It's a great new excuse. We love it. So I stand by Pete, and nothing can change my mind, unless, of course, it could hurt me in any way, in which case I'll throw him under one of Mom Donnie's free buses. Final question.
Yes, Mr. President. More Americans, including your own voters, now blame you for the affordability crisis. What's your message to them?
Shh, he's sleeping. We gotta get him to another MRI before he wakes up.
Happy 30th birthday, Matthew. Make a wish.
Okay. Gosh, thanks so much, Kelsey. This means so much to me, especially with everything going on in the world. The government shutdown, AI. There's just so much uncertainty, but the fact that my beautiful wife put this all together for me means a lot.
Well, of course. Hey, Matt, looks like some special guests just arrived.
Oh my God, Kelsey, did you fly out my best friends?
Oh, no. I flew out my best friends.
Hey! For those of you who I haven't met, I'm Kelsey's childhood bestie, and we went to nursing school together. Although I unfortunately didn't graduate because I realized the hours are like super long and I don't like helping people.
Plus, you stole all those pills, girl.
True. Anyway, even though I didn't earn my RN degree, I got my BFF degree because I met Kelsey's besties, AKA the Kel Squad. What up, what up?
Ah, it's my birthday, but your friends are giving a speech. It's all good.
Last month, Kelsey asked us to go on a trip with her so she could find the most magical birthday present for Matthew.
They say Disney's the most magical place on earth. But we're banned from there. So we went to Nashville. Our Kelsey called us because she wanted to find a really good gift for Matthew.
We were available because we love her.
And because we wanted the Delta points.
Wow, you ladies sure love traveling together. Why are your schedules so open?
And Kelsey set one boundary. She said this trip was meant to be just about a gift for Matt, and not about seeing the one guy she was thinking of.
Who are you thinking of?
You, dummy. But I needed to focus on getting you an awesome gift.
But I opened my gift already. You got me a hoodie from Hudson News.
But we went out. Kel sat alone in the hotel. Said I don't really feel well. Wanted to be alone. When we got home, we pulled back all of the covers, and we saw that there was just a bunch of pillows.
We checked in with the front desk. They said she left in a bikini about 4 hours ago.
She was holding $2,000 in cash, and she only chose to bring her burner phone. One night with Domingo.
Okay, so Domingo was in Nashville?
Well, you could have come on the trip, babe.
No, I couldn't have, because I was in Albany attending a self-worth seminar.
Our Nashville trip was magic. Like, did someone say abracadabra?
No, no one did.
Okay, babe, I promise this next song will not be about Domingo.
Domingo. Domingo. Domingo.
There's a man with a goatee and a gold chain at the bar.
Kelsey tells him, I got a Brazilian in hopes that you'd be hard.
You got a Brazilian for Domingo?
We went to the Grand Ole Opry. Domingo played guitar.
Kelsey had tears in her eyes, said as a lover, Matt is a car.
Domingo. Domingo.
Yes, okay, fine. I saw him in Nashville, but babe, I promise, Domingo's in the past.
Kelsey, I'm here. Hey, Matt. came all this way. No, I'm just kidding. I live very close by. Kelsey, the night we spent together in Nashville was anything but ordinary. I know that you took a vow, but I am so well endowed. Kelsey, we got
A noise complaint.
We should the whole hotel.
A noise complaint.
I come in and out of your life, cause I respect that you are a wife.
Okay, first of all, this is not in any of your vocal ranges. Also, whatever happened to that 2,000 in cash?
Oh, I got a very expensive Brazilian as well. Música maestro! Nashville was such a vibe, and I'm the bull that she loves to ride. Kelsey, we got
A noise complaint.
We should the whole hotel.
A noise complaint.
I may be the love of your life, but I respect that you are a wife.
Kelsey, I'm serious. This is strike 6.